My people, there's a breaking news. A very, very big breaking news happened today at the Senate. There was this fresh petition that Senator Natasha we carry go Senate. So, Ezekwesili come and say he go date this petition. No one remember say Ezekwesili fair day with Senator Natasha because saying that sexual harassment, women supposed to be with women. When I remember that same senator, the deputy ship whip or whip ship or ship whip, when he talk say Senator Natasha have 6 children and married to different men, or rather have 6 children and have the children with different men. Later on, we come find out say Senator Natasha only have 4 children. That same whip ship whip, nobody have petitioned that man, nobody have suspended that man, but this whip ship now, what he do, Madam Ezekwesili today, my people. In fact, watch what he do. I take humiliate this woman publicly. A whole sitting senator. Watch this.
Let's take a listen.
What is got to respect yourself? Will you shut up and take him out? Smell him out. Smell him out. Look like a dog. Look at you. Big fool at 70. Fool at 70.
I take exception to a senator.
Why are you talking to me like that?
You are a disgrace to the Senate.
You are an insult to womanhood.
You are
an insult to womanhood. And you are here to tell the world that you have not changed.
You cannot
You are
violate
here to tell the world that you have not changed.
You
At 70, you have not changed.
You are a
And we're happy to take it. I will not take it.
a scoundrel.
I will not take it.
To insult.
That is why you can never be here. People like you can never be here. People like you can never be here. How can you be? How can you be a fool?
I'm not a hooligan.
You are a hooligan.
You are a hooligan. So you will be.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
The Senate committee chair.
Chairman of the committee. Chairman of the
And you say I should keep my mouth shut. Who are you to say so?
Chairman.
Who are you to say so?
Chairman.
Who are you?
Okay, I'll put some.
And you refuse.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman.
Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman,
Chairman of the committee. Chairman of the committee. Hello. Chairman of the committee. Hello. Chairman of the committee. My distinguished colleagues and the petitioner and those who came to defend the petition. I am Senator Plan. I move a motion that we adjourn this meeting because...
Extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. And Ezekwesili is still here with me. You just tell us what happened.
So, the petitioner on behalf of who had to sign Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's petition to the Senate, according to what they call the rules of the Senate, Mr. Suberu Zamaruma was before the Senate Ethics Committee, and Dr. Abiola Akiode Afolabi, quite a erudite lawyer and a woman activist, was there as his counsel. I was there as chair of the global body known as the Women Political Leaders. It's based in Brussels, but it is the global body of all women who have been presidents or who are presidents or prime ministers, parliamentarians, and members of cabinet of countries. So it's the global flagship for women political leadership. And so I was there as a witness on her side, on the basis of the expert knowledge that we have of this issue around the world. It is based on data that this is a problem. 1 out of every 3 women have faced one form of sexual-based violence or the other. And so a lot of countries are paying serious attention to it because it is quite inimical to society. And so in that regard, the petitioner, when we got there and he and the witnesses were given a seat, then the petitioner started by saying that he had objections on the basis of which he wanted the Senate committee to consider his objections before he would go ahead and engage on his petition. And the Senate committee said, according to the rules of the Senate, we're not here to listen to your objection. We are just here to listen to the petition you wrote. You're the petitioner. It was a long...
And this was somebody who seconded the petition, is that right? Because,
So,
I mean, obviously...
according to their rules...
She signed, I mean, she submitted the petition. She wasn't there.
But she can't sign.
Yeah, he seconded
So
it.
he
Right,
had to sign it. So on the basis of that, there was a lot of rigmarole, and all the senators were doing in that committee was doing everything to let us know that the rules would make it difficult for the right of a citizen who was saying that, number one, I object on the basis of the fact that members of this Senate, especially the chair, had at various times already taken public positions on the petition of my senator. I am her constituent, and I feel injured by what has happened. And number two, I object on the basis of the fact that because of the use of the rules of the Senate as a basis to trample on the rights of my senator, she is not here as the principal witness for me to make this presentation today. And so I want that my senator should be invited. But because you have violated her constitutional rights, ruled against the law, the judicial precedents, where a senator cannot be suspended by the Senate for 6 months, I don't have her here. And so he made this very strong case, and the senators still insisted that, you know, in fact, the word they used was, we're serious, we do serious things here. We don't have time for unserious things. At which time I had my hand up and I said, I actually think that that's a wrong use of word. We are not unserious people. And this is a serious matter. And, you know, many conversations carried on. Eventually, the Senate Ethics Committee decided that, you know, based on the fact that the petitioner was saying that he wasn't going to go into his main petition until they assured him on the 2 objections that he had. They said, and that it meant that we were not ready to engage on the matter. And then suddenly also said, oh, by the way, this matter is sub judice because there are 2 cases in court. They mentioned the case by the wife of the Senate president, and that on the basis of that, they actually really shouldn't. So it was at that time that Dr. Abiola said, then what was the basis of...
Yeah, what's the point of being here? of convening this hearing?
And while all of that was going on, then this senator, whom I will not acknowledge by mentioning his name at all.
Well, his name is Senator Whiteboy.
That's okay. But, you know, he then said, well, if they are not serious about giving any testimony, I am here representing the Senate president as as a respondent, and that I am prepared to speak because, you know, we can't continue with this. So I said to him, can you please shut up? Because, I mean, we were just told that we couldn't speak, and you have been speaking without any form of an equivalent treatment. Said we couldn't speak because we were not ready to go into any conversation without the objections being addressed. So when I said that,
So let me just get this. You said to him to shut his mouth.
yes,
And that was what provoked the Senate.
he was already provoked.
Right.
He was already provoked because he spoke.
But it went from being a spark of a tinderbox into a roaring flame.
Precisely. So he was already provoked by the fact that he felt we were not serious.
Right.
He said, in fact, part of what inflamed it was that the petitioner then said, oh, by the way, it is this senator that made a lot of statements about my senator and in words that were not complimentary. So already he was charged. And so on the basis of that, when I said to him, we're talking, so just, hold your peace.
Yeah.
He fled and then began to release all that he released, showing the kind of level of indecorous personalities that we do have within our public space.
That was quite extraordinary, I have to say. I mean, that the outburst and the kinds of things that were said, I would never in a million years have expected that to have happened, not only in the National Assembly, but certainly not around someone that we all know to be as distinguished a personality as you are. But let me say this.
Charles, before you say that,
Sure.
because it's important that you said what you said. You know what? This is what women go through largely when the camera is not on in some of our public spaces. The culture of silencing the woman who wants to say, what has been done to me is not proper, is one that has attained a pattern of behavior. It was that pattern of behavior you saw on display. The only difference is that cameras could pick it up. So I want to use this opportunity to say that this I consider to be one of the distractions that the Senate wants for the purpose of ignoring the persistent call that what Senator Poti Uduaghan needs is fair hearing. Have you not observed how since the matter of this sexual harassment was alleged by her against the Senate president, they have not addressed that matter. They have done every other thing around it, thrown words, thrown statements, done all kinds of things. I want the country, I want the nation, I want the public to please ignore whatever happened at the Senate. We now see an indication of what we should be addressing as part of our systemic change. But I want us to not put our eyes away from a woman, a senator, elected by her own people, who then said that the origin of the problem that we all first saw on the floor of the Senate was actually not about seat allocation. It was that all of that happened as the consequence of having rebuffed the sexual advance that was made toward her. As an important country in the world, what we all must agree is that such a material piece of information in our public space can only be addressed through an independent investigation of the allegation. It has to be addressed through a fair hearing, and if the petitioner who signed on her behalf is saying, I am not guaranteed that fair hearing here today. It shouldn't have been a basis for the Senate to try to use the games of the rules of the Senate, which, by the way, they apply inconsistently. The rules of the Senate are subordinate to the Constitution and the laws of the land.
Right. So
today we saw a repeat of what happened to Senator Natasha Apoti when she dared to use the process of the rules to say, under Order 10, I have to be heard.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, in spite of your call, will focus.
My people, if this video not shock you, I don't know what will shock you again. Nigeria is gone. Our city senator, publicly humiliate Madam Ezekwesili just like this. Insult her, not be small. This thing touched me. This thing touched me. This thing touched me. To be honest, this one, it means say we don't even get country again. Anything can happen within this space of these satanic people and they can get away with it. We don't get country, my people. This is hard. This is disheartening. This is extremely worrisome. What's your take? Put it on the comment section. This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time on our live broadcast. Let's continue to talk about what is affecting us. Let's pour out our plight together. Take care, my people, and I'll join you guys again shortly. Take care. Bye for now.